Welcome to this week's edition of Food News Today. Have you ever eaten counterfeit food? Do you even know what it is? Sean Kennedy of the University of Minnesota says in a report by the New York Times that an estimated 10% of food that consumers buy in the developed world is adulterated in some way by counterfeit ingredients. Much like the stories we've heard recently about certain sushi restaurants selling the wrong fish, the motivation behind this counterfeit food is generally economic. So while the intent may not be to cause harm, many counterfeit ingredients do cause the harm. For example, in a recent piece in the New York Times, a company in the UK that made fake Glen's vodka added bleach as well as methanol, which can cause blindness. And some of the fish substitutes, such as escalar to replace tuna, can cause serious digestive issues. While officials continue to work on improving regulations, stick with the brands you know and trust. And if a product's price tag seems too good to be true, it probably is. We love telling you about new food trends here, and this one will not disappoint. Have you heard about the Cronut? Now, this is a cross between a croissant and a donut. It's sugar rolled and cream filled and has absolutely been taking Manhattan by storm since being released to the public in May. The delectable delight comes from the imagination of baker Dominique Ansel, and ever since he started selling them in his bakery in New York City, the lines have been growing and growing. Literally. People line up for at least 2 hours. In fact, customers are encouraged to line up 2 hours prior to the bakery's opening time of 8 a.m. They're also warned that they will only be allowed to purchase 2 cronuts per person, and they're asked not to do business with cronut scalpers. Scalpers? These donuts are $5 each, and the bakery only makes about 2 to 250 a day. So all this got us thinking, how good can something really be to stand in line for 2 hours? We asked our online audience, what, if anything, would they wait in line for? Holly has found something she'll wait for. I'm not much for fad foods, but authentic food is worth waiting for. My brother and I waited in line on a hot Sunday afternoon in a tiny town in Sicily to receive freshly baked rosemary-infused bread. My kind of soul food. And here's some secondhand knowledge from Dale on the Cronuts phenomena itself. My daughter waited in line for several hours and said it was totally worth it. To me, it looks like diabetes and/or cancer in a box, or a great ritual food. Summer's here and the heat is on. So if you're looking for some different ways to beat the heat, why not try cooling off with some Ayurvedic foods? Now, Ayurveda is the ancient medical system of India, made famous by Deepak Chopra, and is based on the belief that health and wellness depend on a delicate balance between the mind, body, and spirit. When it comes to cooling the body, there's thermogenic cooling and energetic cooling. Thermogenic cooling is what we get from enjoying an iced tea drink or a smoothie. But more importantly for Ayurveda, there's energetic cooling. Now that's when the liver's pH is alkalized by eating and drinking foods that are above a 7 on the pH scale. As Patricia Wickman of Radiant Living Yoga and Ayurveda told the website SA Current, the best foods for raising pH include bitter greens such as cooked spinach, beet greens, Swiss chard, and collard greens. Furthermore, lime has the unique quality of neutralizing pH, so squeezing lime over your food or drink is helpful in general. Non-citrus fruits, including avocados, are also said to be good. It's also recommended that you stay away from fatty foods, medications, citrus fruits, tomatoes, spicy foods, coffee, tea, soda, peppermint, onions, garlic, alcohol, smoking, and of course, psychological stress. I didn't see cronuts on that list, so go ahead and get in line. Maybe? That's all for Food News Today. Don't forget to check out supermarketguru.com and send me a message on Facebook and Twitter. Food News Today is sponsored by ConAgra Foods, who shares with me the desire to provide the most current, interesting, and unbiased food news. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.